I have to play the most haunting Christmas carol of all time. Not this.
I feel like this is in like a spy thriller set in Europe.
I know it has cinematic, scary, spooky Christmas vibes, which is what I'm looking for in my Christmas music taste this year.
Christmas is scary.
It's a scary, freakish holiday centered around the winter solstice, the shortest day of the year.
And Saturnalia.
And like bright stars in the sky, angels saying shit.
Also, Santa Claus is scary.
Yeah.
There was one year where I didn't come downstairs because I asked
I don't blame you.
I said, why was there a man in our house?
Was it you and I talking about Sinter Claus that we were saying it's really strange that this like fictional character is normalized
fictional.
Breaking into your house? Like it's strange to grow up, I think, especially as like a young girl, but I would even say a young boy, as a youth, with the assumption that like
Santa Claus is a pedophile.
Well, no, with the assumption that like everyone knows like robbery and breaking and entering is wrong, but this one person gets to do it, and he will break in, he'll climb in through your chimney and walk around your house and eat your food, but he like leaves something. I feel like it's like
his little cloven hooves.
Not to be like pedowood, but it feels really like it's a grooming myth. It's a groomer. It's a groomer's story.
It's really scary. And La Befana, who's an Italian witch who arrives on a broomstick around Christmas, she's scary as fuck. And also,
I like her. What does she do? Does she come in your house?
She gives gifts.
Does she stay indoors or outdoors?
I think she's an outdoor girl.
That's
she flies
fine.
around on a broom.
It's the breaking and entering and the normalization that a grown old man is going to come into your house and you let him.
Not only old, centuries old.
But I think like, call me crazy, I feel like telling children this is harmful. Like, can he just stay outside?
There's a Tales from the Crypt, like 70s British horror movie that was like a vignette, several different.
Mm-hmm.
And Joan Collins is one where she's like, it's a Christmas Eve and she kills her husband.
Oh, I know. And he's like on the car. Is he like holding on to the car?
No. But I think that's another one. But she kills her husband while her daughter's asleep upstairs. And she's trying to hide the body. But then meanwhile, a mental patient has escaped from an asylum and he's dressed like Santa. And he's like in the windows, like looking in. And she's trying to cover up a body and keep her and her daughter safe from a crazy man dressed as a Santa.
Wow.
It's terrifying. And he walks around the streets ringing a bell. Art the Clown. That's Santa to me.
Yeah. Santa is like dark-sided.
The darkest night of the year.
I'll say it.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, it's weird that on the darkest night of the year,
he doesn't pay.
An elderly man shimmies down your chimney and comes into your home.
Ew, imagine
Who knows
like,
what else he's capable of.
Imagine him squeezing down your chimney like the X-Files show.
He's so dirty.
Soot.
Covered in soot.
The elves don't have a union.
No.
When are they going to get their due?
I mean, they're not even human. They don't even know about unions. All they've known is workshop.
They should kill Santa.
They should.
They should assassinate him.
Anyways.
Speaking of assassinations, Luigi Gate continues. His mugshots, multiple mugshots leaked. And I'm like, stop taking photos of him because every photo of him he just looks hotter and hotter.
He is sexy.
There's one where he's coming out of the car being escorted and he turns around and it's like over the shoulder. And I'm like, my God, this man, he knows his angles.
It reminds me, remember Jeremy Meeks, the hot felon?
Yeah, but this is more intense.
This is obviously way more intense. But that was of a certain era, and he ended up with Chloe Green.
Yeah, who's she again?
The daughter of the owner of Harrods, I'm pretty sure.
Wow.
Or no, Top Shop.
I was going to say, didn't he end up with like Peaches Gelto?
He ended up with Chloe Green. I think they had a baby together.
Wow.
So if that could happen for him, then anything could happen for Luigi.
I mean, who will be his bride or groom? Because
he has his choice. He's bi,
apparently
allegedly.
He's bi.
Are they trying to trick us, though? Are we being tricked and distracted from something?
What, the drones?
Or just anything? While we're all like looking over here at the hot
let's
Italian
watch this video.
American.
So he's being escorted. He's in Pennsylvania, being brought into the courthouse. He's been charged with murder, and he shouted something this morning. I'm like, oh, he is starting.
What did he say?
He said something is an insult to the intelligence of the American people and their lived experience. He is.
I woke up today horny for the first time in a long time, and I do think Luigi is partially responsible for that.
Apparently he's 6'1", not 5'10".
This is like, I haven't engaged because like we yesterday stopped potting. I went home and like worked on stuff. So I haven't had adequate time to like look into the new information that has dropped about him. But my only like window into Luigi news is through you. But when you say things, it sounds like it's just like amazing facts to find out about like a man that you're matching with on Hinge, where you're like, oh my God, like I'm into this guy. It's hot. They said he's like 5'10", and then your best friend is like, no, girl, he's 6'1".
That's me. Yeah. He is 6'1". And I know he's got a big
well, you
cock.
saw his cock.
I saw his cock.
Let me see. Live cock reaction. Let me see it.
This was sent to a group chat I'm in.
That's not real. That can't be real. Guy, have you seen this?
Guy. I mean, I know I can assume that he's hung. He just looks hung.
No, yeah, he has big dick energy. But all these facts that are coming out that make him hotter and hotter, I'm like, this cannot be real.
Okay, so my friend messaged me who knows people that went to school with him.
Okay.
So went to Gilman Prep in Baltimore. It's an all-boys school. He was the valedictorian. I saw his speech from his senior speech.
Yeah.
Hot.
Did you watch the whole thing or just what we watched yesterday?
Just what we watched. He was apparently very beloved. He's not like a loser like loner. He was like a popular kid.
Yeah, smart, popular, cool, sweetie.
He went
horny.
off the grid for like a year or something. Like no one.
Where was he?
He went missing for a while. I don't know. His family didn't know him. Now I'm like, was he being like MK Ultra'd? Something is up.
Something is weird.
So now, and then, okay, now this is where I'm like, I'm losing my grasp on reality because some of the photos of the alleged shooter, it doesn't really look like him.
Yeah.
They have similar like extreme eyebrows, but different kind of extreme eyebrows. Mm-hmm. And I'm telling you,
some have like a Kendall Jenner.
Yeah.
And then some are more.
Something's not adding up. And I'm like, okay. He had a manifesto. He's clearly like anti-capitalist.
His manifesto was one sentence.
No, he has like a 3-page thing.
Oh, okay.
But I don't think the full thing has been released yet. But
release it.
Yeah. Is he either a fall guy or is he like, here's my conspiracy brain. What if there's like a group behind him and because he's so hot and so like charismatic and he is like a star, maybe he's going to be like the face of this like movement. And they're like,
all right,
and he's guy.
Well, I was going to say the whole conversation has now changed from health insurance and how bad it is to Luigi, right?
True. We need to shift focus back to the CEOs and back to health insurance.
Wait, do you think
they're just trying to distract us by making us horny?
Oh my God.
All these, literally, I'm falling into I'm in real time falling into the trap of like, he's not 5'10", he's 6'1". Look, here's this huge fucking
You're
cock.
like, I'm falling in love with
I was like, I'm in love with this murderer. But
I mean, look at him.
The big news here is that we've got to focus on the end game,
which is
just like
our terrible healthcare system.
We can just maybe we amend it where you can like pay $200 a month.
Oh my God, are they that cunning.
Yes. They don't want us to focus on healthcare
and drones.
They want us to focus on like
and that's
an
why there's
AI
drones.
photo of a gunman's cock. Like that is truly what they want from us. But what I'm saying is, girls and gays, we can have it all. We can focus on both. We
have to get it together.
But also
they're pulling all his. That's also freaky that they've pulled all his social media.
I want to know what's going to happen on the 12th. Do you think CEOs
on the 13th,
are?
You mean?
Well, didn't he say on the 12th on his YouTube? That YouTube video
Oh yeah,
said
they
on the
pulled
12th?
that.
Yeah.
Which makes you think all that. Well, I guess they have to because it's now a criminal case. But sorry, what were you gonna say?
I want to know if all the CEOs are on a group chat, like terrified.
They're trying to distract us that now seniors can now fly business class for the price of coach.
Okay, that's fucked up. They do not deserve that. They don't.
But now I'm like, okay, what's the deal? Wait, this photo, I went, ooh, this outfit he's wearing. This just like taps into something for me. I don't know. It's so.
They're tapping in. Okay, he does look 6'1" in that photo.
Oh, X-ray. That's like me at the dentist. I can't. I don't know what's going on. I guess maybe this, look, that doesn't really look like him. Does it?
The one on the right looks more like him than the one on the left.
The one on the left looks like Timothy Chalamet.
It's
like,
just,
who is
the
this?
whole thing is so strange. My big takeaway and what I've thought about a lot is like, could I be
Luigi
with a murderer?
What do you mean?
Could I be, if I knew that you like a
Look at that.
skinny jean?
No, just like that's such
that him in jail or just like.
That's him last night. Look at him with his socks.
Damn.
Oof.
That looks like a kennel.
That just looks like a guy that like that's just such a guy out, like a straight, you know what I mean?
It is a straight guy outfit.
Ugh, the veins.
He's sexy.
I can't look at him.
Could you be with a murderer, even if they murdered
Like a bad
healthcare executive?
I
don't think I could be with a murderer.
No, I don't either. Wait, look at that one photo.
Angry. I don't like that angle.
You know, he kind of I saw something say that he looks like a 20s like Italian communist who like tried to blow up the stock market. I couldn't be with a murderer.
I think this is great for like Italian American lore. I think we needed a collective. We haven't had like a really juicy Italian American moment in a long time.
Joey Buttafuoco.
I know, or like Jersey Shore. Like we needed like an Italian American.
Yeah, the last
icon.
The last representation they had was like Cuomo, and we all know what happened to him.
I know. So
what do you think they're distracting us from though? The drones?
I mean, you name it.
The drones thing, last night, more drones spotted. 6 drones flying in 2 pairs in a formation. And now there was a hearing about something going on today. And then my friends who are our mutual friends, Christy and Phil, they were we have a Jersey group chat.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently Facebook posts about the drones are being removed and on Reddit too.
I don't like it.
Is that a distraction too from the healthcare civil war?
No one's being real.
Be real.
No one is being real right now.
Are they all just Are they all just sitting there laughing and going hee hee hee?
I don't know. I don't understand why this is the peak in my like life experience. Like right now, especially, it feels like the peak moment of not being able to know what the fuck is going on, no matter where you look or turn. Like you can't trust anything anyone says. You can't trust any news. You can't trust any dick pics. So then what is even real anymore?
You can't trust 6'1" or 5'10".
You don't know if it's 6'1" or 5'10". Like it's just people saying, life has become just people saying things.
He kind of has a sexy little unibrow going on, and the guy in the photos doesn't have a unibrow.
No unibrow. You can't trust brows.
Brows are not to be trusted anymore.
I'm just saying it's weird.
It's hypernormalization. We can't trust our milk. Bird flu in the milk? Bird flu better not happen.
I'm kind of sad about the raw milk.
Sorry, doll.
Because before the raw milk was exposed, I've dipped my toe in a raw milk water at Erewhon. They have it.
Milk water?
No, I'm saying I dipped my toe in the raw milk water.
Well, I just never know anymore.
And it truly tasted so good. I made my little morning cappuccino and I said, now that's what I call milk. And then mere days later, they were like, bitch,
bird flu cappuccino.
You're in danger. And then I said, no more raw. And they said, nuh-uh, honey. So
There's a lot going on.
There's just too much going on. It feels like it's just going to be like this forever now. Every day there's new things and then it's just going to be too much.
And we haven't even gotten to January.
No, we're in Q4. We're supposed to be winding down. What happened to the wind down? No one wants to wind down. People just want to wind up.
Hollywood loves to wind down.
They've been
winding down
Hollywood
since
wound
September.
down. They started in September,
So Christmas
right after Labor Day. Hollywood worked for about 2 weeks, and then they said Q4 is on the horizon. We're kind of winding down around Halloween, and we're just going to continue. So they're done.
Hollywood's like literally like, when is Hollywood not in Berlin?
Hollywood will be maybe wound up like second week of January. You might have like a good 2 to 3 week period to get something done between then and February.
Other than that.
But then it's like you basically have 4 months a year where you can get anything done in Hollywood. So count that out. They're on their own calendar.
Will Luigi even do you think he'll have a public trial?
He has to.
No, I bet they'll be worried about it inspiring people.
Only time will tell.
Well, yes. So now the one silver of light today is that the 28 Years Later trailer was released and it served everything I needed in a trailer.
It's looking really good.
Jodie Comer and Aaron Taylor Johnson, the stars of it.
Next summer blockbuster.
June.
Aaron Taylor Johnson, he only gets hotter and hotter. Like I might have to see that random movie he's doing, like Kevin or whatever it's called.
Craven.
Yeah.
Kraken.
Whatever. I might have to see it because he's just so hot. Like I can't resist.
Wait, sit here. Auntie, what's going on? Jimmy, sit still, keep quiet, and do not move from this spot.
Why does she have so many children?
I think they're all cousins.
Oh, maybe she has a daycare.
He said auntie.
Maybe that's like the beginning.
I think that's a flashback.
7, 6, 11.
What
this
is
is Rudyard Kipling.
Miles today, 4, 11, 17.
So do you, my theory is too that I think like people are becoming really weird.
In the world?
Yeah.
There's no discharge.
I think this is that island that was in that weird show that Jude Law was in where there's like a causeway and it washes out with the tide.
Moving up and down again.
Ugh, I want Aaron Taylor Johnson to shoot an arrow into my neck.
Into my bussy.
Yeah.
No discharge in the wall.
This is the scariest movie. 28 Days Later is one of the scariest movies ever made. And it's the original director and writer.
Drop, they will get the top of you.
And Jodie Comer is...
Moving up and down again.
She is that bitch.
She's one of the best actors of our time.
See, here's the thing. This area feels very like humans have lost the plot vibes. Because I don't think the zombies are organized enough to build bone statues.
I think it's...
But humans are organized enough to build a bone Christmas tree.
I think it's like...
7, 6, 11, 5, 4.
Wow.
7,
I think it's like the virus is probably dormant and then breaks out every once in a while. Because in the original, they're not dead. They're just
love
infected.
Ralph Fiennes too.
Oh yeah, you're not dead. So the zombies, that's why the virus is so bad, is because it kills the people after like a month because they starve.
And then what does that have to do? What is that?
Well,
then?
I'm saying the virus. It's not like zombies where they've been around for like 20 years. They're like, so it will have to be like an outbreak happens years in the future.
Like all the zombies die out and then there's another outbreak. Yeah. But the zombies always have people to eat. As long as people are around, then zombies
but they
are
don't
around.
Eat. so it's rage. It's not like they're cannibals. They just are infected to like want to kill everyone. So they just like they take you and they
don't eat you?
No, they don't eat you. So in the original they're trying to find a cure for rage.
It was like kind of mad cow disease.
Yeah, they use an inhibitor, which is rabies. And then the monkeys become like infected. They bite that animal activist and then she spreads it to everyone.
Oh, I'm so out of the loop on the lore.
They're not actually dead. They're just it's like they have rabies and then it drives them to want to like hurt people. So they like that's why it spreads so fast because there's like blood and fluid exchange everywhere. So it's
it'll drop in your eye.
Yeah, so the blood gets in and then you become infected. But they're not actually they're not actually eating anyone, which is actually weirdly scarier.
Yeah.
And then
what do they eat?
They don't
Nothing.
eat anything. That's why they all eventually starve.
They're hangry. Ozempic.
It's Ozempic, yeah.
Well, something to look forward to. If we can get through Q1 and most of
Without Civil War.
Q2. Yeah, if we make it to the end of June, which good luck. We'll get rewarded with 28 years later.
Also some bright news. There's a new rapper on the scene who's my new hero. I'm obsessed with her. Her name's Cortisa Star. She's 19. She's trans. She's from Delaware. And she posted this video of her rapping, got posted and it went viral. And Charlie XCX likes her. Here, let's watch.
Delaware needed a hero.
She's really cool.
I wasn't even going to upload this song for real, but y'all said it was fire. Y'all said it was some heat, so I did beers in my panties.
Keeping it fresh while I'm shaking my butt. Fuck with your man and I'm making him nut. I cuss them all and they calling me mud. I shake my ass and they call me a slut. Once your ass be so pull up to the cut. I'm high as fuck cause I'm smoking a blunt. You in the back with no bitch, I'm in front. Fucking me good and he making me grunt. Hundreds of bands in my panties for fun. I wanna flex on my hair in a bun. Don't wanna pound little bitch, I want tons. We need a tool, yeah, we need some guns. Hundreds of bands for that bitch in my
I like this.
Isn't she cool?
Yeah.
I like the people in the background. So she posted this got posted. All the right-wing freaks are coming for her. And she's just literally trolling all of them and just like destroying every comment.
I love that.
And you can't, I mean, a teenager is Teflon.
Yeah.
And these days. Mm-hmm. And
like a trans rapper teenager, don't even think for a
soldier.
second you're going to one up.
No.
You're absolutely not. Once you think you can, you've already lost the fight.
And she knows it and she's having fun. And
what are some of her comments?
Why am I beefing with an entire retirement home? Lord have mercy. Someone wrote they, them, and she wrote, wait, let me get pretty before you continue to ride my dick.
I like that she has a purse with her. I really enjoy when people bring their purse with them into like spaces where they could put a purse down, but they choose to have a purse. It's important to me.
Yeah. And
it's crucial.
It's kind of like that Pink Parentheses, that singer from England who always has a little purse. Like, I think that's a thing. That's a power purse. Cortisa,
culture.
Look how cool she is.
I'm all in.
I think she's going to be big.
I love it.
Anyway, I just thought she was a cool one. She's one to invest in. Unlike Taktua stock. Unlike Shock Tua.
I would hold on Shock so it hopefully grows or evens out. But if you have any finances left over, it's time to go full Cortisa.
I see her on like a runway in September during Fashion Week. It's coming.
I love that.
Anyway,
Leo lips of God's ears.
Leo lips of God's ears.
All right, let's talk about some other ladies.
Some other people to invest in. I'm Carey.
I'm Lara.
And you're listening to
Sexy Unique Podcast.
Salty Utah Queens. So this is a big episode. This is the Bat Mitzvah of the century.
It certainly is.
Meredith is in her rental home, busy setting up for the big day.
Meredith has been practicing her song with her signature Meredith Marks half-hearted flair that is now becoming her musical style.
Yeah.
So much like Cortisa Star has her own kind of vibe, Meredith Marks's vibe is decidedly different, decidedly less energy,
more narcotic,
monotone.
Mm-hmm.
But she's doing what some of the greats have done. What I've certainly done is she in the bath, me in the shower, going over lyrics over and over.
Meredith has a decidedly NyQuil way of speaking.
Mm-hmm.
And her rabbi's name Ruth. Very sweet woman. Yeah, we got a shot of her in a bath with a full face of makeup on.
With a Kendall Jenner power brow.
While Chloe watches in the foreground and claps. I was like, I don't think I've ever...
Have you ever watched your mom bathe?
No. I mean, when I was a child, no, not even then.
I also was not I wasn't privy to the bathing of parents or like anyone. You know, in some movies, someone will like sit by while someone else bathes.
We weren't that kind of house.
We weren't that house.
We were
either.
not a house where my parents were ever like scantily clothed in front of us.
No.
That was all it was very
behind closed doors.
Catholic.
Yeah. Some may say repressed.
Mm-hmm. But I think that's arguably for the best.
Yeah, I just was never the only people that I like want to bathe with or to watch me bathe is someone that I'm fucking.
A lover.
Yeah, a lover.
Yeah. Meredith continues to wear her hairy apron dress.
I'm a big fan of this apron.
Her son, her oldest child, Reed, is there, and Reed is hot.
It's fine.
I like him.
Mary agrees.
I know. Mary's horny.
So Meredith
and her mom is there. Love her. Gloria.
Meredith's rabbi, Ruth, brings the Torah, and I didn't realize that the Torah is a scroll. I thought it was like a book. So that was a learning moment for me.
It's a big old thing.
She unpacked this big, huge scroll, and then she makes like an ark, which
she makes a covenant.
Thank God for subs that we know this Jewish traditional stuff.
This is all part of the furnishings.
True Exodus heads understand. Yeah, Gloria, Meredith's mother, her sister.
Myra.
I love Myra. Myra's one to watch.
I love Gloria. She's is like a regal. Heather and her daughter Georgia arrive first, and Heather immediately goes to get an espresso martini from one of the bat mitzvah cater waiters, and she goes, "This is my first one since Palm Springs,
The Reckoning,
where she was yakking and pissing." Didn't she pee?
We don't know. She might have just like liquid vomed into her lap and then it dribbled onto the floor. But much like Heather, I don't care to revisit that moment.
Heather tells her daughter about her like quasi-alcoholic origin story, which was sneaking peach schnapps at a bar mitzvah when she was a child. And then I thought my first drink was at a bat mitzvah.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I had a rum and Coke.
I love that.
I was
also,
12 or
Heather
13.
says she grew up in Colorado.
Yeah,
which
she
is
did.
a twist. I didn't realize that. Had I read Bad Mormon, maybe I would have known. But she was like, in Colorado, there are tons of Jewish people, and I went to all these bat and bar mitzvahs, and then we came to old Utah, and it was crickets.
Oh, I had my Google Calendar was booked to the gods for a stretch in 2002.
I'll bet.
South Jersey.
I'm jealous because we had one.
Oh, I went to so many.
I went to one, and I just don't think there were a lot of like Jewish people around.
There was one where a kid invited literally every kid in the class. It was powerful.
It's the right thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I wish we'd had more. Part of me watched this episode and I was like, I too want a bat mitzvah.
Well, go.
I was like ready to convert. I'm reading all the Old Testament. I disagree with quite a bit of it, but I think it would make good fodder to like consult a rabbi about. And I feel like rabbis are kind of like therapist, life coach vibes.
You and Charlotte York.
I mean, I'm really open.
Bronwyn arrives in a midriff.
Bronwyn's look
Confounding.
perplexing.
Not my favorite look.
For a religious event, I would maybe say show a little bit less skin.
It wasn't even that. It was just like ugly.
Well, it was like Showgirls.
Yeah.
It was the last Showgirl. Bronwyn watched the last Showgirl trailer and she said, I want to do that. And I think I'm not going to wait to like an event that would be appropriate or warrant this outfit, I'm going to do it for Meredith's Bat Mitzvah.
Did she get a Golden Globe nom, Pamela?
I thought you were asking. Bronwyn did.
No.
Has the movie even come out?
Yeah, but you know how Golden Globes love to like award people without anyone having
I'm not
seen
paying
it?
attention.
Okay.
Lisa Barlow is boots on the ground at the Bat Mitzvah, true Jewish queen. I don't view her as Mormon. I only recognize her as Jewish. And she is networking, working the room. She's talking about John Barlow and his Jewish ancestry. And Gloria asks, what about his mom? Because Lisa's like, his dad is Jewish. He's Jewish. We found it all out. And she goes, well, what about John's mom? And she goes, his mom is like a blonde-haired girl from Arizona. She's not Jewish. I was like,
gagged.
I'd be beefing with Lisa at this
I know.
moment as her mother-in-law.
Maybe they're not close. I think she was talking about his biological mom.
Oh.
So maybe he's not close with her.
Mom shade?
Whitney muses about not trusting Bronwyn's intentions. I wrote,
Whitney is like 14 steps behind everyone else. She hasn't yet caught up to like where the conversation is currently.
Whitney is living in like 2015.
She is. What is going on with her?
Love is love, she says.
Plur.
What's plur?
Peace, love, unity, respect.
Plur. This is my daughter, Plur Rose.
Wait, speaking of daughters, my psychic intuition, well, I didn't know this until I saw online, but Dodie's having a girl.
She is?
Yeah.
Aww.
And I just intuited that. Like I just said like it would be the only right thing in the universe is for Kristen Doty to give birth to a woman.
I think she's going to be a really good girl mom.
I think she's going to be ferocious.
Oh, don't fuck with her daughter.
Do not even think about fucking with her daughter because Doty, like,
I think the baby will be beautiful.
Yeah.
Because Luke is conventionally attractive.
I think the baby will be born with an already lit cigarette in its mouth.
And a skirt
between
dress.
its tiny infant fingers.
You see your gypsy.
What if she names her daughter Gypsy?
Gypsy Rose.
Do you think she'll name her daughter, like, I thought maybe like a middle name would be Nix. That'd be kind of a cute middle name.
Stevie.
She says she's had a name picked out for a long time. Stevie would be so... Maybe Christine. Because Christine McVie.
Yeah, maybe.
We got to keep
Or
our
Rhiannon.
eyes... That would be a cute name.
You heard it here first. I'm voting her name is going to be Rhiannon.
That's a really cute name.
I
And
swam with a girl.
That hasn't like
No.
been... I knew maybe one Rhiannon
I knew a
growing
Rhiannon.
up. There's always just one. It's
Yeah.
not like a common thing. Oh my God, I have a chill.
It's going to be Rhiannon.
You see, you gypsy.
Britani arrives and shows off her kind of tawdry nails. And Lisa goes, those are Bridge and Tunnels nails.
Who notices the nails? Was it Henji or one of the girls is
I
like,
think Henji
"Ooh, your
does, but then
nails."
Lisa...
And then someone goes to Lisa. They go, Lisa, do you ever do like your nails with little baubles on them or nail art? And she goes, no, it's a bit Bridge and Tunnel. Lisa's suffering no fools.
Melee arrives with her hot husband.
Yeah, he was one to watch.
Who's kind of gay.
I think every husband in Utah
Is a little gay.
is a little gay.
Even if they're absolutely not gay to any stretch of the imagination.
They've never even
they're-
like had a gay thought enter their
they're a
brains.
faggot.
They
Yeah.
are. Mm-hmm.
Someone goes, is Mary coming tonight? Night. And then it echoes. And then we see Angie at Mary's asking if she's going to come to Meredith's in the wake of their gallery fight. And then Mary starts kind of tearing up and she's like, you know, I have to be with my family right now. She hasn't told Angie ostensibly, or at least on camera, that Robert Jr. is deep in the throes of addiction.
Mm-hmm.
So Angie's a little like, whatever you're going through, I'm here for you. And I was like, I think Mary would be a good time in an Al-Anon meeting.
Yeah. She'd be great to like align with and chat through things with.
Back in the Bat Mitzvah pre-reception, Britani says that she didn't love Angie calling her a slut, and then Melee just randomly goes, "Oh, fuck that." I was like, Melee? She's trying.
Melee knew she had to get one line in. Producers were like, Melee, your job's on the line, girl.
I swear to God, she's not mic'd.
What? I mean, maybe she's not. Maybe they were like, this is what we're going to call an audition season. So you're going to show up unmiked and you have to like make some sort of splash. And then we'll decide if we want to pay. They gave her the old Peter Madrigal contract.
You can work for free.
Britani says that she thinks the reason that Angie was making allegations and accusations against her for being slutty is because actually Angie's the one who's a slut. Which I was like, I don't think so.
I don't think so.
I think you're, unfortunately, a slut. I think the verdict will show, and the evidence, the evidence will show, and the jury will decide that you are indeed a slut.
The Marks family arrives on a horse-drawn sleigh.
Meredith goes, I don't usually make a grand entrance, but this time I needed to. It was a sleigh.
The whole family, all the men are in kippas, and I need one. They have Meredith Marks stitched onto it, and I need a yarmulke with her name on it. Mm-hmm. She should sell those.
She absolutely should. This was the moment I was like, I'm ready for my bat mitzvah.
Britani, this is a weird edit. She whispers, the scarf goes with Meredith's outfit, and then it echoes over the mountains. I'm like, they are trolling Britani so hard.
Well, Brittany also, when Meredith arrives, she goes...
No, you have to call her Britani.
She goes, oh, Meredith? She goes showgirls.
Yeah.
She's kind of the last showgirl.
Seth is really hot.
He is. But there's sometimes where he wears too wide of a neckline in his t-shirts, and it makes me deeply uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I need him to like just do a regular... People really need to tell men just across the board, you don't need like a loose or exaggerated neckline.
No.
Like it's okay to just wear a t-shirt. You don't need to go like super deep V. You don't need like super loose neck.
This is a crisis.
Just wear a t-shirt.
It's a bit of a crisis.
Yeah.
Seth lends Meredith the same mitzvah scarf that he wore when he was bar mitzvah, which is cute. Mm-hmm. Meredith starts singing, and I said she needs to put this on Spotify. That
was better than how she sounds. I need her to just like commit. You don't have to go full 100% performance poptress, but you need to just go like 65 to 70%.
No, absolutely not.
She needs to go 8%. 30%.
No, I'd say about 8.
She's going like, I don't really want to be here doing this, but I am for some reason. You figure out why I'm doing this. And I'm like, you're the one that decided to do this adult bat mitzvah. Yeah. So like you actually are going to need to figure out why you're doing this, and you're going to need to give me a little bit more razzle dazzle.
She goes, Baruch atah Adonai. Ledochem.
She was Lenom. Lisa's Adonai and the Baruch atah Adonai. It's like she's looking at other people being like,
can we wrap it up?
Like during her own mitzvah.
Lisa's dabbing her eyes. She's thinking about her own Jewish heritage.
And how she's...
I'm like, you are Jewish.
You're Jewish.
You're a New York Jewish
There's no
powerful
world...
woman.
Like, you're not Mormon. I'm sorry. You can say that you are, and you can give a bunch of money to the Mormon church. They'll take it, and they'll like accept you saying you're Mormon. But we all know that deep down in your heart of hearts, you're a Jewish queen.
As Meredith is going through her Torah one-woman show, her Joan Baez turn, Mary arrives late, of course, and she can't see into the venue because the windows are tinted, but she's literally outside dressed like Mary Poppins, basically looking into the windows while Meredith is going through the Torah, while Seth and Reed are speaking, like while her family's speaking at the pulpit. You see Mary going, how do I even go in here? Where is the entrance? Oh, I can't even see anything in these windows. What's going on in here? And she's literally going.
She's doing a series of physical comedy bits at the window. Someone tweeted, it was Carrie Bradshaw when she walks by a window and sees the girls at lunch.
People are very triggered by that on social media. Carrie banging on the window.
What?
They think a lot of people think it's very like Hoyden behavior.
To say hello to your friends?
Like banging on a restaurant window.
If your friends are just right there?
They thought it was trash. I'm like, you know what? It's New York.
This is New York. You can do whatever you want. The rules are out the window. If your group of 3 beautiful, accomplished women are sitting at a table laughing and you're strutting by, body tea.
Yeah, what was that dress she was wearing? It was like
perfect.
It was like a bandage dress kind of.
It was like it was kind of like a bodycon, like very 90s slate gray. Norma Kamali made like a version of that. No, it was like a thick with a tight crew, just hugging in all the right places with the gold aviators. She's never looked better.
And that was post breaking up with Justin Theroux. Yes.
Yeah. I'm going to say if you're really hot and you see your other hot friends in a restaurant, you're well within your rights to go full Hoyden mode. And the only time you can't go Hoyden and knock on the window is if you're hideous and you see 3 hideous losers that you know in the restaurant, then you are not allowed to knock. But if you're gorgeous, you can always knock on the window.
They need you to, if you're in a restaurant, this happens, and people in the restaurant get like very up in arms about it, you need to stand up and be like, wait, no, this is okay. Because this person's really hot.
Look at her. She's beautiful.
And I
think fine.
I think people would actually understand.
Yeah. And she didn't do like, it wasn't exaggerated.
It was a little hard.
It wasn't like people were sitting right there, like ready to have like a sip to taste if their soup was too hot. And then suddenly she knocked and they burned like their whole throat.
I should do a video where I'm like someone eating and then dun, 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 dun.
Like it's not like someone was mid-bite of a piece of steak and then they choked to death because Hoyden and Carey knocked on the door.
Well, we don't know that someone didn't die because of the knock.
I think we do know because we saw inside and outside.
But we don't know. Like someone could have gone home from after that and then like choked to death in their sleep.
What if a waiter was fired because their sole job, they were like, there are too many window knockers in this city and like you are in charge of making sure not one rap happens on the window, and then the waiter was just on a much needed cig break, and in that moment Hoyden fucking Bradshaw came up, knocked, killed several customers, burned one.
Half the restaurant was taken out in one wrap of the window.
And not only was it like the ripples of a nuclear bomb going off throughout the restaurant, this waiter also lost their job, ended up on the streets.
Hoyden Bradshaw.
I love it. Is so rude.
Yeah.
I like people discovering, like the youths discovering Carrie Bradshaw and being like so revolted by her.
I know.
Because they'll never know what it was like to be young while Sex and the City was happening and to be like, this woman is the pinnacle of the type of woman I want to be growing up.
The one that I did agree with was when people were mad at her for just being like a real like pick me with Big and going to his door with the pizza going, get it while it's hot.
She's always doing that shit to him though. There's so many other, she's always pizza.
In that moment I do agree, like have some respect.
No, she has no self-regard.
Have some respect for you. Get it while it's hot.
But she's always like, there was a whole episode where she showed up when he's like, I'm moving to Paris, and she showed up in the beret with McDonald's and like a midriff. She's always degrading herself.
She kind of is doing Carey.
But you don't realize that the whole chain of events with like the Carey Bradshaw realization is first you're obsessed and you're like, I need to be her. What's it going to take? Then you need to let like 5 to 10 years go by, revisit, and then you're like, wait, this woman is a hoiden mess, and I could never and would never want to be her.
But then you go back to being like, actually, she's iconic.
Yeah, and then you let another few years go by, and then you go, I'm 40, she's fucking iconic, and every 20-year-old hates her.
She kind of goes into like French mime. She does a lot of mime work at some point.
She's physical comedy.
Mm-hmm. Get it while it's hot. The fuck? I'd be a neighbor just being like, the fuck are you doing?
I'm shocked she was with him for as long as she was. She's terrorizing him at every turn. All he's trying to do is sleep so he can go to like his high-powered finance job and like make decisions that will change the course of history as we know it, and like economically like destroy like tiny nations.
No one did Carey terrorize more than Natasha.
Like, she is part of the reason that Big had a heart attack. Let's be real. If she stressed his ass out.
Yeah.
He's always trying to relax. He wanted to get the TV.
He was married to a French clown for 10 years. He just wanted to like
watch TV and relax for once in his life. And everything he did was a huge mistake. And she would go full pizza girl or French beret, throwing McDonald's at your fucking walls of your house, or throwing being like temper tantrums,
being like, why aren't we going out more?
It's no wonder he had a cardiac event.
Yeah, he would stay up at night. He was, anytime she'd walk in the room, he'd go, oh fuck, hi.
I know, like, God forbid he's like asleep when she comes home. She probably like would stomp on the floor and like wake him up or like pull the fire alarm.
No, she would come home. Carey Bradshaw would come home at like 5 a.m. and do a full tap dance routine.
If he was asleep, she'd put on her tap shoes and pull the rug next to their bed back to expose the marble floor, and then go, a 1, a 2, a 1, 2, 3. And he'd be like, oh my God. And he's like 65 years old.
No,
like, you
Mr.
can't
Big
be
is
doing
like
that to a
77 years old.
And Carey, do that.
Carey's literally going, get it while it's hot.
All of his 50s and 60s being terrorized by like just a pint-sized princess.
No.
And you know what? What man could live through that?
It's true. All right, back to Utah.
So I said, can someone go get her ass? Like, stop letting, you're just all laying her out to dry in this moment. Heather goes, oh my God. Oh my God. Someone just go get her.
Go escort her.
Just go say, hey girl, it's in here. Yeah, have some respect. My goodness.
I'd be like, this is a woman whose son is spiraling on drugs.
Yeah, I'd be like, I'm going to go just tap in and let her know that the front door's over here. I also love production is there, just being like, we don't know where the door is.
They love to make her squirm.
Meredith steps up. They're like, okay, now Meredith is going to say a few words. And she goes, shalom.
Shalom, everybody. So she talks about like why it was important for her to reclaim her heritage. And then the party begins, and Mary grabs a glass of champagne. And
Meredith, I just have to say, back to her mitzvah, is Angelina Jolie as Maria Callas.
She is.
She's Maria.
When's that coming out?
I feel like it is both out and not out. I need it.
I do too.
And then when Meredith sings whilst clutching the Torah, that is when I truly came alive.
Then the party begins, and Mary is drinking a flute of champagne, and she awkwardly sidles up next to Gloria and Myra, and I think they're all like,
and Reed.
Well, yeah, I think they're all kind of like, Mary's our enemy right now. And Mary awkwardly tells Meredith's mom that she looks just like Meredith, which is like nice, but Gloria's not having it really. She's like, oh, you think so? And then she goes, also Reed. She goes, he's a stud.
Reed's here. The stud. Am I right? It's like, I would try a different approach.
Gloria's nonverbal.
Gloria, I think, like any mother would be, is slightly miffed at this entire setup, but wants to be supportive nonetheless. When Heather strolled up to Dr. Cerati and his wife, I literally was like, this man's in plastics. As soon as she said doctor, I was like, plastic surgeon, and sure enough, he's a plastic surgeon.
There are a lot of randomly overtanned gays at this party.
Any ally.
Yeah, any gay in
Any gay
Utah.
ally worth their salt would have a gaggle of gays in attendance at their adult bat mitzvah.
There's 58 gays in Utah, and they were all here.
This was probably like, imagine being gay and in Utah and on like gay Utah Instagram and seeing all the other Utah gays at Meredith's bat mitzvah and you were not invited.
Yeah.
Mary approaches Meredith and apologizes.
And they hug.
I couldn't love her more.
Yeah.
She's a brave woman.
She is.
God is a woman. Ariana Grande.
Meredith is also like 8'12".
I can't
She's
get
so tall.
like a sense. Well,
She's
no,
6'1".
okay, I have seen. She is 6'1".
She's Gwendolyn Christie.
I was gonna say I can't get a sense of her physicality, but then I remembered I have seen her IRL and she is tall.
Oh my God, is she stunning in real life?
Yes, she's beautiful.
Angie talks to Bronwyn.
Well, Mary goes after her and Meredith's big like apology moment. Mary goes, "What are you drinking?" Meredith goes, "A vodka soda." And Mary takes a sip of her wine. She goes, "I don't think I like this." Were they serving ham at this bat mitzvah? Someone was slicing like what looked to be
Smells
a
like
big...
weed. Who's smoking weed?
Not me.
I think it's just weeds everywhere.
Someone was slicing. There was like a carving station, and I was like, either that's a ham, which seems strange because like
Kosher.
or it's a very dry turkey breast.
I would be posted up at the carving station.
I'd be posted. I would sit next to the raclette cheese, which Brooks turns to his grandmother. So raclette is like a Swiss type of cheese that you melt and then you can like put on things. It's not the same as fondue, but it's also not too different. And Brooks turns to his grandmother and goes, "You've never had raclette before?" And she was like, "No, and he goes, "I thought it was a common thing."
Brooks and his, I'd love to just watch him and his grandmother communicate.
Is he active on socials? I don't know.
No, but he's going to be in that new show with
oh yeah,
Gia, which maybe we should watch.
Has a trailer dropped?
No, but
a teaser?
Like a
post?
Like a poster came out.
Okay.
So
I'm intrigued.
Me too.
I just love Brooks thinking that like everyone often has raclette.
Yeah.
Henji approaches Bronwyn.
And they kind of have it out.
And Angie loves to start shit. She goes, "Do I owe you an apology?" Then Bronwyn goes, "I was thinking so." And then Angie goes, "I was thinking the same."
I love getting to a point in life where you just walk up to someone and you go, "Do I owe you an apology?"
And then them going, "Yeah, actually you do."
And then going, "Actually, I think you should apologize to me."
That is true power. Angie's always doing that.
Bronwyn's like, you're kind of a shit talker. You say really mean things. You said Britani was a slut and dating 10 people. And she goes, "Did I say 10? Sorry, I meant 3.
They argue about who has worse language, like who cusses more.
And then Todd comes over, and this is again where I'm like, I really don't like their dynamic. Todd comes over and he's like, "You're embarrassing me. Stop it. Stop it."
Well, he's in CEO mode,
Yeah.
and he's like his way of conflict resolution is just politeness. So he's like, "Hello, would you like a drink, my wife? Angie, can I get you anything to drink?"
Bronwyn's like, "Why are you offering her a drink?"
I wrote, "Bron, just get over it, bitch." This is where I understood your point you made in the last episode where you were like, "I'm over Bron." I
Yeah.
got it at this point.
Okay, good.
I want more for her. and from her, but I'm like, you gotta just get over it.
I'm open to Bronwyn. Like, I'm Bronwyn curious, but I'm like, I'd like her to have another season, but I'm just like, I can't really put my finger on what's really irking me.
She's always piping up.
It's like a very defensive, like she's on, not even defensive, she's offensive. Like she's on the offense at all times.
What I didn't like is that she has no loyalty, so it seems. That was made very clear in this episode. And like she's always going to say, like, justify her own actions by being like, well, so-and-so did this and then you did that. And I don't like it when people do that.
She just gives me the vibe of like someone that has never apologized, except to Todd. But like, like how Meredith doesn't apologize, for some reason it's very charming when she does it. But for Bronwyn, for some reason it annoys the shit out of me.
Yeah, for her to just be like, sorry.
Well, they did it too. Well, you said that about that.
And then as this is happening,
it's like justifying. Whereas,
it's like, no, you just were shit. Just admit you were a shit. You're a shit talker, and you like to get into the mix. Just admit it. Literally, just be like, yeah, I'm like a bit of a shit talker.
Mm-hmm.
Just fucking admit it.
Angie goes, here comes your better half. Your much better half. She goes, thank you, Todd. Thank you so much. You're such a wonderful man, Todd. You are a gorgeous, wonderful man. Henji's out for blood at this mitzvah.
As this is happening, Whitney darts over to Heather and she goes, we need to discuss what Bronwyn said at summer camp. And then Angie and Britani go at it.
What is Todd the CEO of? Just out of curiosity.
I don't know. I think he's in the CIA. He's like a contractor.
He's CEO. He's C-suite.
He's probably scared this week.
I know. That's why I was like, do you think he's on a group chat?
Yeah.
Being like, ugh. And she goes, you're the best, Todd. You're the best. And then Todd says, you're not giving me a chance to Bron. I think I'm reading into this as Todd's on her side. He's just trying to help massage the situation in kind of like an autistic CEO way. And
maybe.
Bronwyn is like, wearing a bra and realizing she really did not nail the like.
I wish someone would just be like, you're wearing, she's like, bah, 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 and someone just goes, you're wearing a bra right now. You're wearing a bra.
You're in a bra.
You're in a bra. This is part of the problem. Mm-hmm. And she's like, okay, you need to calm down and understand that you're wearing a bedazzled bra. You are a fembot right now. You are literally.
You're Halloween.
You look like Elizabeth Hurley and bedazzled.
Yeah. You got to take a step back.
Take a step back and understand that we were in Utah. We were at a Bat Mitzvah at a rented venue in
lingerie.
Park City. You're wearing a bra. And then she would be like, okay, you're right. Thank you. Let's go over here.
Exactly where you're coming from.
Angie and Britani go at it and Bronwyn goes to Angie, Britani said you called her a slut because you're a slut. And I was like, oh, Bronwyn getting into it.
Well, so Bronwyn first starts... So Bronwyn's stirred something in Wheatney, and she and Lisa Barlow are in front of Heather, and Wheatney goes, Bronwyn is taking my words and spinning them. And Lisa goes, it's a lie. Making things up is a lie. You make things up and you lie. You're a liar.
I just love everyone is like taking this moment. I was almost
the bra.
Like, I know we have like many episodes to go, but I was like, this could almost be like a season finale.
I know.
Because it was just everyone was starting.
So then Britani goes up to Bron and she's like, I've got you, girl. Do you need anything? I'm here for you. We're sisters. She goes, we're friends. We're friends. And then when Bronwyn is summoned, she literally goes, yeah, well, she thinks you're a slut. I was like, you're
no
a
loyalty.
Backstabber. No loyalty. I don't like that. And Britani goes, you called me a slut?
And then Angie goes, well, yeah, I don't wear my hair like you do. And I don't wear my hair like I have high body count hair.
Lisa goes, you're doing 3 guys. It's not great. I don't wear my hair in a high body count way.
She goes, that is high body count hair if I've ever seen it.
I was like, look at my hair. It's low body count. Look at my outfit. I'm dressed like a mother. I was like,
and then Bronwyn goes, you said you're dressed like a mother with your tits hanging out? I was like, wait. I'm having whiplash because Bronwyn is so yo-yo.
And Bronwyn is also in a bra.
You're in a bra, girl.
No one is dressed
Like a mother.
like a mother.
No.
They're dressed like MILFs, but not mothers.
This is MILF Island. This is MILF Manor.
And she goes, you have high body count hair and a high body count face. Take your bump it and go. Look, I love this, but there is something.
She says that. Doesn't she say that to Melee?
She says, take your bump it and go. And Lisa goes, oh, you just shamed her hair. And then Whitney is like, how dare you? And Angie goes, she is a bump it and you do too.
And Melee goes, oh my God. Angie, I love Angie, but I was like, this is a little calling.
Here's the thing.
Okay.
Britani is kind of like, she reads, I don't know what her personal life is beyond this show, but her vibe is like sad, desperate slut. And when that is your vibe, it feels unfair to like harp on that because
It's punching
people whose
down.
vibes are sad, desperate slut already know that that's their vibe, so you don't need to make them feel worse about it.
It's punching down.
It is punching down.
It's very.
And that's why it made me feel sad, is
I
because
felt sad
I don't
for
want
her.
to see someone whose vibe is that of a sad, desperate slut get just like raked across
I
the
know.
coals for that. It's not fair to them.
Like, you want to go up to Bronwyn because Bronwyn's really smart and can handle it, but you want to go up to her and be like, you're wearing a bra.
Mm-hmm. And that's okay.
And that's okay because Bronwyn has her shit together in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
Britani, like, basically doesn't have a relationship with her kids because she's chosen men over it. She's
a mess. She's like
sad.
involved with like Jared. Like, we've got to give her a break. She like you can
I
see her
know.
extensions. Like, you have to show women of Britney's ilk a shred of grace.
On a camp level, the idea of a woman in a low cut, like, titty dress.
And down a J-Lo.
A J-Lo
down to your
Versace
navel with
titty dress.
your rack just out going,
At a bat
look
mitzvah,
at my hair.
slut shaming someone is like very funny. But then when you're like, if you're actually watching it, you're like, oh no, Britani is like.
She's too fragile
She's
for
a
that.
fragile
You
bird.
can't do that.
And Britani runs behind a curtain, and then you hear Chloe and Brooks back there, and she goes, oh, it's just so sad. Angie said I was a slut. And then Brooks goes, that's not nice. You look beautiful.
Chloe and Brooks are the last two people I'd want to interact with after someone just clocked my sad, desperate slut vibes and read me to filth on camera. And then you're behind a curtain weeping, and the two Oxy twins comes up, and they're
the
like,
Shining twins approach her, and she goes, she clocked my slut tea. And then they go, that's not nice to say. I think you look beautiful.
they go, that's not true.
That's not true. They're like,
I would truly.
I'd end my life.
I'd kill
I'd end my
myself.
life if Chloe and Brooks were comforting
if
me.
Angie said that to me, I would walk into a snowbank and just go full and just freeze.
Shining?
I'd go full Jack Nicholson, end of Shining.
That's not really nice. I think you look great.
Brittany goes, I've never been more offended in my life.
Which I believe.
I believe that too. It was really harsh. She did have high body count hair though.
I know she did. She had slut hair. She really did.
She
it's
had
okay,
slut
girl.
hair and slut face.
I know.
And sometimes you want that. And when you know, like, someone wants that, but I don't think Britani doesn't want that.
No, she didn't mean to. No. And then Lisa pulls Britani emerges.
Unknowingly, there's nothing worse than like unknowingly
She's
having
getting
just rancid whore hair and whore face.
It's very Tiffany Pollard going, or Monique going, your behavior was whorish. You came into this room in a whorish way. Like, it's truly, and so Monique said it in such a matter-of-fact way. Who was she saying it to? What was the girl's name? Like Pumpkin or something?
Probably.
And she was like, wait, that's so mean that you said that. She goes, it's the truth. You came in and you were acting in a whorish manner. And that's literally Angie right now.
I hate that, like,
I hate it too.
I hate that we still.
Me too.
I hate that it's so powerful to say that, but when you see someone being whorish and you see, I mean, it is misogynistic and it sucks. But when you see a woman entering a room in a whorish way, everyone knows it's truth.
You came in a very
whorish way.
And then Lisa basically pulls Britani aside to comfort her, and she goes, don't let her hurt your feelings, but you know what? You need Carotese Thermatique. You do need Cortisa Star.
Wait, Brittany comes out from behind the crying with Chloe and Brooks, and she goes, I'm leaving. And Lisa goes, wait, why are you leaving? And she goes, no, come here. And she takes Brittany by the arm and she goes, Angie. I would also kill myself if this happened, where like Lisa is like nice girl, mean girl, being like,
what is it? It's Cortisa.
She goes, but you know what? You do need Cortisa Thermatique. It's like a treatment that you can do for your hair to make it not dry and crispy and horrid.
that face when she said it, Brittany, you just see like the life draining from her, because that is like double homicide. That's like,
Brittany
imagine
was,
being called out,
triple homicide at that
your
night.
whorish hair being clocked, and then Lisa Barlow pulls you aside and tells you that your hair is dry.
But you know what? You do need Cortisa Thermatique.
This was a unbelievable moment.
This is Housewife Olympics.
Yeah.
This is Olympic level competition. I think if Brittany just she just took some time to like meditate and like
I don't want her to meditate. I want her. I'm sorry.
I don't ever want her to stop being. There has to be one slut. There always has to. Always has to be one slut.
I also just wrote, there is nothing better than this show.
Think about it. When there's no slut on a Bravo show,
Sheena.
When people stop, when there is no slut, the show stops being good.
But here's the thing too. Like, I don't actually think she is a slut.
I don't think any of these women are really sluts.
It's not even like, it's a state of mind.
I think in Utah, no one's really a slut.
But if your hair is crispy and you need to put like leave-in, just try some leave-in conditioner, right?
No.
Was that extra dry?
I think Cortisa Thermatique
is a good
way to go. No, but there are three. I think a hair mask.
Like, a hair mask. I think that's what I meant. I think that's what I meant.
You could do a hot oil treatment. You could try switching up your shampoo and conditioner. I would say even
don't wash your hair for a week.
I don't know. That's different for some people. Some people need to wash their hair more than others, but incorporating a hair oil into the mix that you do like before and after the blow dry could help.
I'm not an expert on hair.
Also going back to your like more natural color.
I think I meant a hair mask.
Yeah, like a deep conditioning mask. There are a lot of things that she could do to improve the texture.
It looks dry.
It looks
like a broomstick.
It was high body count hair.
Then Meredith gets wind of Angie's literally just, Angie's sitting there just pointing at everyone being like, whore, whore.
Take your bump it and leave. She is a bump it and you do too.
And then Meredith comes over and she goes, you can take your husband and go. You can take your husband and leave.
Security,
actual security. And then they come up and their names are Theo and James and it says actual security.
When Meredith calls for security, an angel gets its wings.
Security, I need you to escort her out at once. And when she says take your husband, you know she really wanted to say take your gay husband and go.
Mm-hmm. And Angie goes, okay, come on. I'm 100 pounds. I don't need security. I will walk out. But then she starts to flip out and I was like, Henji, you were in the power seat until you really lost it in this moment. And she goes, oh, really? Nice, Meredith. At a religious event, you're going to kick me out? She goes, by the way, thanks for coming empty-handed to my party. And like starts going into like past, like bringing up past things.
Well, Angie also called out Brittany again for her drunken ways because she said... I love that she already called her out for being like a wine alcoholic and a bad Mormon, and now is calling her out for being a sad slut.
The whore of Salt Lake. I don't even think, I don't think that Brittany...
The whore of Salt Lake.
I don't think that Brittany, I think when she dates these other guys, she's just saying that so that Jared will hear that and then try and get back
actually
with her.
this woman is like fairly she's a wholesome she's like
you can have sad, desperate slut energy while not even being that much of a whore.
Yeah, which is what I don't think any of these women are, but it's just funny that
in Salt Lake, I think if you have sex with more than 2 people, you are now the whore of Salt Lake. Joseph Smith's ghost shows up to you and he crowns you the new whore of Salt Lake after your body count goes past
And then
2.
you're paraded on a donkey through the streets of Salt Lake while everyone goes, whore!
And Angie goes, nice hair, high body count hair. And then everyone makes fun of your hair at the very end of the parade. Lisa Barlow takes you to the side and tells you what hair treatment you should be incorporating.
I was just imagining Angie hiring a skywriter to write high body count hair over Salt Lake. The entire city comes out and looks up at the sky. What does that say? And then Britani goes, oh no!
Oh, but I can't. Oh,
Heavens,
darling.
I can't help it!
I can't help it. I need Jared. We're on this roller coaster. I think they're also a little miffed because Britani is a star and she does have she has like a beautiful voice.
Britani is a true, she was
born for
one of the
this.
best additions to a Housewife franchise in years. Like she is meant to have a snowflake. And I love her. I do. I have love for Britani. I think she's great.
Me too. High body count hair just kills me.
I know.
Angie.
And then Lisa reveals that even though everyone's fractured, she's arranged for a Puerto Vallarta trip. I was like,
She strolls up to Meredith and she is, well, cheers to Puerto Vallarta, and smirks and like walks off. I'm agog.
I'm excited, but I'm also like, let's go to like Turkey.
Yeah. Tokyo even.
Let's go to Tokyo. Let's go somewhere
Kyoto.
like we've never been.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Turkey would be so cool.
Turkey. Or like even like Poland.
Warsaw.
Mm-hmm. Why not?
Honestly, I feel
I guess I can't because like the war might break out soon.
yeah, but I feel like we're within the realm of like housewives filming at like a concentration camp.
Oh my God.
Like, don't you feel like that is something they would do?
Like
at
a
this
somber
point?
episode?
Yeah, like a really serious, but it is really in just such piss poor taste.
Maybe, yeah.
To like, but I feel like we're not far away from that. And
No.
that is kind of, I support that level of like delusion.
Tone deafness.
Yeah, like that would be kind of getting back to the roots of everything. So something to think
God.
about. Oh, darling, I can't give up Jared of all people.
I
We're
can't
on a
help
crazy
myself.
roller coaster.
Well, guys, we've hit I think a mid-season moment.
How many episodes are left?
I don't know,
Praying.
48?
Because what? This is only 12?
I hope like 80 episodes.
How many were? OC was like 19 or something.
Mhm. Probably like 18.
Or 15,
Yeah.
16. I don't know. I don't want it to be over just quite yet.
I
Maybe
know.
Puerto Vallarta will be like 3 episodes and then there will be like a finale.
But we'll be back with regularly scheduled recap of this week's Rhoslc later this week.
Yeah, that's going to come out
You're getting
on
3?
Friday. You get 3. You're all caught up now. And
Yeah.
we're just like,
Steamrolling
doing the
through
damn
to
thing.
Q4 and let's pray to God we can all handle our shit.
I know you have to really, now more than ever,
Ground yourself.
you have to stay true.
You have to look down at your feet and know that they're on the ground because
There
otherwise
could be huge dicks. People could be 5'10", they could be 6'1", but you just have to know who you are in this world and what you stand for.
and any New Jersey or tri-state area people who listen, like if you've seen a drone or something, like please contact me.
Right into the pod with drone stories.
Footage, most importantly, like we need concrete footage.
We're back to doing sexy, unique bonus episodes, just like regular format style. And we want to incorporate more reader mail. So write us reader mail, sexyuniquepodcast@gmail.com.
Show us the drones.
Subs has been such a success that we're now expanding it into a full-blown series. And we're releasing regular episodes. And everyone will be like caught up and merged, and then moving forward with Numbers Part 2, which I do believe drops like next week or in the next couple weeks. Might drop it earlier for the patrons. And yeah,
Stay true. Let's do a shout out to our cult girls.
let's do it.
Squirrel Friends.
Ash Kelly,
One of the Dolls.
Alex Delisle,
Makeup Fresh.
obviously.
Emily Vaughn.
Gina Sapienza,
Sarah Elizabeth from Boston.
Lucy from London,
Brooke Johansson.
Lilia Farrell,
Danielle from The Brim.
Mazel Tov Laws,
Mary.
Katie Solon,
Mike Earhart.
Matthew Thomas,
Alzie Robinson.
Cheeseburger Bye,
Kathy Vest.
Kit Moore,
Orlando.
Top Mom,
Patron of the Farts.
Nick Sedaris,
Mr. Brandon.
Emily,
Kim Lucas.
Drew from Toronto,
Katie the Sup Lawyer.
RJ,
Modern Counseling, McLean, Virginia.
and of course,
Jeffrey Pradama. Bye.
Bye.